Alright guys, welcome back once again, and this is day 22 of my new series, 30 80s metal riffs in 30 days, whole month of April 2023. I'm doing a brand new riff from a different band. It has to be during the 80s, and no repeating of the bands. So this is going to be from Dio. And this is from the Holy Diver record. And so we are talking about 1980, I believe, right at 1980, yeah. And this is a classic. I've actually covered this riff before, but I wanted to do it again, a fresh take, especially giving some variety on these riffs for some up-tempo stuff. And you know, a lot of times what happens is when you do a lot of content like this, some of the older videos get buried and people never see them. So I don't feel bad about repeating some stuff. Usually I'll have a different little nugget of wisdom, or at least a good story to go with it, or at least sometimes a fresh take on the whole tune or the riff or the solo or whatever I'm doing. So anyway, all that to say, this is day 22, and we're going to look at Stand Up and Shout from the Holy Diver record, and we're in the key of A in standard tuning here. Before we get started, check down in the description box for the tab, as well as my free sweet picking guide, Sweet Picking Boot Camp. And that's it for the way of introductions. Let's just get right to it. It's a pretty short piece of music to learn for the intros, all we're doing, and it's fast, so it's you get a lot of pedaling going on with the open A string here. And we're playing what I call dyads, which are two-note. I think of them as two-note chords. The technical term is dyads, but you see them all over hard rock and metal. This is on the 5th fret on the D and G, and then we're going to play on the 4th fret D and G. So what we have is this. Picking wise, some of these chords I hit with upstrokes and some with down, because I pretty much alternate pick it all. But you could do this and kind of adjust your picking so that you hit all the chords on the downbeat. I just find it's a little easier for me to get it up to tempo with alternate picking. I'm not the world's greatest down picker, so all my heroes and stuff have been guys who do stuff with alternate picking a lot of times on riffs, and so I never was a guy who sat around and practiced trying to play master puppets with all downstrokes. But I'm gonna work on that. Okay, that's an area of my weaknesses that I need to work on, is playing heavy downstroke rhythms fast. But for this one, you can play alternate picking, and I have a feeling that Vivian Campbell did not downpick the whole riff here, so that's the pattern. The second part of it is this. Or you could play a D5 there. So what's going on there is 5 and 5. Slide back to 4 and 4. Open A string. And then 7 and 7 on the D and G, or a D5 power chord. So I do the whole thing slow, you get this. A little quicker. And there you go. Simple but fast. It's a great try alternate picking and see how that feels. If nothing else, it'll help you work on upstrokes while playing chords, which is always a good thing to have in your toolbox. All right, so this was day 22, Dio and Stand Up and Shout, and just a few more riffs to go. We're getting close to the end here, so it's been a lot of fun. I may or may not have a couple surprises in there. You guys, you never know. I'm not sure what you're expecting, so I'm not trying to play obscure stuff, but sometimes I'm trying to throw a little curveball here and there. You know, Brittany Fox was one of them. I didn't think you guys would be expecting that. Let's see what else I've got on my list here. Some of the bands I've done riffs by, but I haven't done typical riffs. Like for Y&T, I did Contagious, which was requested, but not a lot of people would probably expect that. Another one was Aiming High by Accept, which kind of got buried on the Russian Roulette album, which is a great album, but just didn't get the push that a lot of the other Accept albums had. So I'm looking here at my list, and I've actually not finished my list, so I don't actually know what the last 3 or 4 are going to be, and I might even have a little surprise at the end. But stay tuned, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. So anyway, this was day 22, and I'll see you on day 23. If you haven't seen these riffs up to this point, make sure and go back and check the previous riffs, and I will see you next time. Rock on.